Let's go ahead and look at the body of the cost segregation report so you can really understand the study. After the summary pages and the Form 3115 attachment, you're going to have the cover letter, which is going to restate the property address and the type of study that was completed. In this case, it was a purchase price allocation. You're going to have a transmittal letter that is going to have the different asset classes broken out with their percentages and then the total basis for cost segregation. You're going to have the table of contents, which lays out all of the different sections of the cost segregation study. You're going to have the certification of the cost segregation study, and then an executive summary that restates the asset allocations. Your property summary is going to describe the location of the property. So again, the address, the lot size, the number of buildings, and the total building area. It'll also go on to state the use of the property, the date the property was placed into service, and the depreciable basis that we used for doing the cost segregation study. We're going to also start breaking out the property descriptions and classifications. We're going to go on to talk about bonus depreciation and the varying bonus depreciation rates over the years. We'll talk about the cost segregation study and the methodology that we used. We'll go on to cover the legal justifications surrounding cost segregation. We'll state general assumptions and limited conditions, a circular 230 disclosure, the photographs that we used for the cost segregation study, and then we'll have the schedules. So the first schedule that you're going to see is a recovery period summary. This is where we total the different types of property. Then you'll have a final asset recovery period summary. This is an overview of the different asset classes. So for example, it'll have your 5-year property summary for the individual components that we broke out, the 15-year property summary, and then the straight line depreciation summary. Some CPAs want to include these summaries in your fixed asset schedules instead of the prior one. So they'll want to expand on it in your fixed asset schedule. So you may see something like this for the individual property. Then we'll break it down into the CSI division codes, and then we'll further break down individual components for the entire build data of the property. So you'll have all the build data for this entire property. And that'll take you all the way to the end of the cost segregation study. In the next section, we'll talk about partial asset dispositions and using the cost segregation study well into the future.